Okay, it is chemistry time. And today's random question on bonding is this. We've got to describe in terms of electrons what happens when sodium reacts with fluorine to form sodium fluoride. So there it is, jot it down. A periodic table may be handy. Have a look through there and see what you come up with. And we'll catch up in a few seconds to go over it. Okay, right, let's go through the answer then. Now, this is what we should always start with. We should start with maybe a couple of drawings, right? Now, I've put a sodium atom here and I've put a fluorine atom over here. And here's the symbols, right? So if you look at the periodic table for sodium, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see 23 on the top, 11 on the bottom. 11 is the important number that we're looking at here, right? So that's your atomic number. So with your atomic number, what does it tell you? It tells you how many electrons there are on that sodium atom, right? So let's just fill these in. We've got 11 in total. So remember the innermost shell holds 2, right? So we can put 1 here and 1 here, that's 2. Then the next shell, 8 more, right? So let's put 8 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So in total, we've got 10 there so far, right? 2 on the inner one, then 8, that's 10. We need 1 more. So we'll put 1 more on the outside. And there it is, 1 more over there. Perfect. Then let's have a look at fluorine. So fluorine's got 9 as its atomic number, so it's got 9 electrons. So we should also fill those in, right? 2 on the innermost one. I'm going to use dots for fluorine, so 1 here and 1 here. And those are 2 done, so we need 7 more, right? So let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 here, 7. Okay, perfect. Now, what do we know about these things? We know that sodium is in group number 1. So what is it? It's a metal, right? So I'm going to put that under here. Let's put metal for sodium. Okay, perfect. And then fluorine. So an atom of fluorine, you look at the periodic table, you're going to find it in group number 7. So in group number 7, what are they? Those are non-metals. Those are your halogens, right? So let me pop that down here. We've got a non-metal. Now, when a metal and a non-metal combine or react together, what do we form? We form what is called an ionic compound. So let's put that there. There we go. Ionic compound. Now, how are ionic compounds formed? Well, they're formed because of ions. Okay, so these atoms, the sodium atom and the fluorine atom, they're going to turn into ions. Remember what ions are? Ions are charged atoms. How do you get charged atoms? Well, the metal ones, what they tend to do is they lose an electron. So can you see, for sodium here, it's got 1 electron on its outer shell. And what it wants to do is lose that one there on its outermost shell, that electron here. So we'll get rid of it. Why? Because then it gives it a full outer shell, which is really stable, and then it's happy, okay? And then fluorine, on the other hand, has got 7. So to get a complete shell, it needs 1 more, okay? So it will happily take that 1 electron that sodium loses, okay? So this is the scenario that we have. We've got this yellow electron, as I've just pointed out over here, is going to join on to the fluorine, right? So now what do we have? Let's make a new drawing. Well, we've got sodium here, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now its outer shell is empty, right? That electron is gone. So what we do now is we put a pair of brackets around here. And because it lost an electron, it's now got a positive charge. Okay, so if you lose an electron, you've got a positive charge. Now, the fluorine, on the other hand, it picked up that 1 electron that the sodium lost. So let's draw that in. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the original 9 that was on fluorine. And now we've got to put this extra one that it picked up from the sodium. So there we go. And let's put some square brackets around that. And now this, the fluorine forming a fluoride ion, it picked up 1 electron, which means it's now got a negative charge. Okay, so that there. And now what we can see is we've got a positive ion and a negative ion over here, and there's going to be attraction between the two. The attraction there is called electrostatic forces of attraction or an ionic bond, whichever, okay? So in words, if you were describing what just happened, we would say this. The sodium atom loses one electron to form a sodium ion, or Na+, right? So it lost that one there to form Na+. Why did it do that? Because it wanted a full outer shell. And number 2, the fluorine atom gains one electron, and that forms F-. So you can see that that fluorine there, it wanted one electron to get a full outer shell, so it took it from the one that the sodium gave away, okay? And there it is. So it's got one extra electron, we've got a minus charge. And then finally, there is electrostatic attraction between the oppositely charged ions, and that's what ionic bonding is. Perfect. So there we go. I hope you've got that down. And we'll put out a couple more, some more tricky ones with ionic bonding. So stay tuned, and I'll hopefully catch you in one of those videos for a more challenging ionic bonding question.